Today's sponsor is Audible.com, who has more than 180,000 audiobooks and spoken word audio products. Get a free audiobook of your choice at www.audibletrial.com/shark. Hey, welcome to the Movies, Films, and Flicks podcast. Okay, a little behind the scenes out here. It took us I don't know why, but I just stumbled the intro so many times. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I know why it is.
You forgot the word flicks.
Yeah.
This is the first time you didn't say hello and welcome to. That's how you normally open it.
I said, hey.
Hey.
Same thing.
I don't think you've ever done that.
You know what? Since I'm just stumbling the intro here, I think I'm just going to pass the ball off to Mark here for the intros. You got it, Mark?
Absolutely. So, our illustrious host who can't remember the word flicks, I'm just going to open up and introduce him. John Lasvath loves Legends of the Fall so much he grew his hair out and pursued bad relationships. So when they broke up, they could travel the world and cry on boats. When his money ran out from so much travel, he moved to Canada and fell prey to the zombies up there. During his undead time, he met an Australian woman who loved him so much despite the fact that he was all gross and dead. Together, they battled really mean zombies, and her kiss turned him human again. Nowadays, John is recovering from being a zombie and living a pleasant life, selling records to pretentious music snobs.
Best summer fling ever.
Yeah.
Did that just finish with an Empire Records reference? Is that what that was?
High fidelity.
Oh,
But
hi.
that could be Empire Records. And the guy just speaking, John Levengood. John Levengood loves the movie Definitely Maybe so much. He wrote a 475-page opus called Definitely Maybe is Definitely Not Something to Be Put in a Corner. On his book tour, he met a woman in France, and the two of them walked all night and eventually decided to meet 10 years later. During that time, John got amnesia, and when the 10-year mark hit, the French woman came and found him. She spent every day with him, and the two found love despite him losing his memory every 24 hours. They're currently wedding singers.
So, I love that you had the Julie Delpy before series in there, but you see, when I think of her, I actually think of American Werewolf in Paris, and then I just think of seeing her breasts when I was a teenager.
Maybe that was her.
And that was a good teen fantasy kind of movie for a dude. So I appreciate being included in that little montage.
All right, and so we have John and John, the regulars, and welcoming back is Robert Lamb. This is your fifth podcast with us, and I just want to introduce him and let you know a little bit about his life. So Robert loves Lost in Translation so much, he started an acting career so he could do whiskey commercials in Japan. He recreated every step and was finally arrested for whispering something secret in too many women's ears. While flying back from Japan, he found out an enraged former employee rigged the plane to blow if it went below 700 miles per hour. The pilot got sick from bad fish, and he and a woman had to land the plane while going 700 miles. After the plane landed, the two of them got engaged, but she ran away from the altar. He is currently emailing a very kind woman.
Yeah.
Wow. Honestly, I know a
So how's
lot
that-
about movies, but I only got the Lost in Translation reference. That was it.
Yeah. No, I think that one.
I threw some airplane in there.
Was the same one I hooked up with.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mark. Sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off there.
Yeah, so these introductions, we did a pod prior, the four of us, about creating the perfect horror film, and that was a blast. We decided to come back for, to create the perfect rom-com dram. So welcome back, fellas.
How's it going? Thanks for having me back on here.
It's
So how you feeling, Lasvath? You ready to take this going?
Well, let's see. The last one that we did, it was a horror movie we put together. It was a very interesting movie that we assembled. It was a lot of talk of crossbows, tentacles. Let's see. What else there?
I just remember the crossbow.
Yeah. I don't know.
We had a fish killer. We had a fish killer who wore overalls, shot a crossbow. There was a secret island. There was Swedish researchers. There was a guy named, what was your character's name? Jigsaw. What was his name? You had a bottle opener.
Mason jar.
Mason jar.
Yeah.
Mason jar.
Yeah.
Just-
Didn't he also
It might
wear
be the
overalls?
craziest horror
Yeah.
film.
Or was that the monster?
Yeah.
I think the
monster
monster
wore-
wore overalls.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a crossbow that he could hit people from land.
All right. So before we get started on this, which is the rom-com dram movie that we're going to put together, which characters are going to wear overalls?
Oh, in mine, the ones I picked, like everyone is wearing overalls,
Okay.
and even the extras.
What about tentacles? How many tentacles are we going to get here?
No more than 4.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
So it's like Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams meets
Half of an octopus.
half an octopus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know any movies with evil octopus. What are evil octopus
Or
movies?
2/3 of a squid.
The Little Mermaid.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh, that's true.
Clash of the Titans.
that was an octopus or a crack?
Yeah, I think it was a kraken, right?
Well, the Kraken had the low body of like an octopus.
I guess so. He's a hybrid.
Yeah, but so did Ursula. No one questioned the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that lady's terrible, man. Cruella Deville's worst, and then her for sure.
All right. Before we get started on the rom-com dram assembly here,
I'm getting
we have,
flashbacks. Cruella Deville.
I think we have listener questions. Lemongood, you got the questions for us this week, right?
Yeah, I do, in fact. And because I'm the one asking people for the questions, naturally, when they think of me, they think of horror. And anyone who listens knows that's quite a trend. So here are horror questions for our Rom-Com Dram podcast. Question number 1 comes from Buddy from Camden, New Jersey. Buddy, by the way, is a childhood friend of mine. He asks, and I'm sure this will enrage Mark,
I already don't like it.
why did the makers of Insidious ruin their creepy masterpiece by making the demon look like he was wearing a dollar store Darth Maul mask?
Oh, hold on. Before anybody answers that, Robert, you actually went to the Insidious house recently, didn't you?
Yeah. At Halloween Horror Nights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually had a haunted house based off the Insidious house.
Yes, they did.
Heck yeah.
And I went in it.
How
And
was
at
it?
first, I thought it was just the ending shots of Phantom Menace.
Okay.
But it actually wasn't, and it was an Insidious house.
Oh, okay.
There's just a lot of Darth Maul inside.
Okay.
Just a lot.
So,
No. No, guys. No. He is the lipstick demon. There is no relation to Darth Maul and his stupid thorned head who gets knocked out, cut in half, lame. This guy is pure evil. He has a weird haircut. Like, he has, like, bald on the top. He has hair going around the sides. He's all black, and he just puts lipstick on his face to mess with people. Why can't there be more than, 2 demons in this planet? I bet he was there before Darth Maul ever was.
Well,
I
here's
mean,
the
this
thing,
guy is terrifying. He's home to one of the best jump scares of the last 15 years.
well, here's the thing. Like, the movie was made by
This is
James
terrible.
Wan. The movie was made by James Wan, who
Right.
is basically a master of making excellent movies with really low budgets. So I think it was just it was supposed to look cheap on purpose, but it was cheap and scary. If that makes any sense.
Also, isn't he a fan of Phantom Menace?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, that's his least favorite. When he walked out of the Phantom Menace, James Wan said, "I will never do anything that is remotely close to the Phantom Menace."
Well,
Ah.
I don't have that on paper. But...
I don't know. Wait,
Wait,
I need
John,
that on paper.
John, you wrote that down in your file cabinet there at Sharkdropper, and you threw it on the ground, right?
yeah, it's somewhere around there.
See, we got proof.
Yeah,
But is it signed by James Wan? Because if it's not signed, no notary.
I signed it
Oh, you signed it.
with my name.
Well, the
Yeah.
guy who played the red lipstick demon said that. No, he did not ruin the movie. We just did this poll. We did the best 21st century horror films, and then took people voting for their favorite 21st century horror films that don't appear on top 10 lists. We had like over 5,000 votes, and Insidious was the clear winner. So it wasn't ruined by some red Darth Maul type dude. I get the similarity, but I love that creature. I think he's like the biggest jerk with no backstory. He just wants to invade the human world. He's like a demon. Supposedly, he's like the head of the Further. At the end of Insidious 3, she looks at him and she's like, Elise. So, nah.
Here's what makes like that movie great. It didn't really matter what that demon looked like. Like the demon's look was inconsequential. Like it was just the movie was scary. Like for a whole bunch of reasons other than the demon.
Yeah.
You had like the family who was scared, a great performance. You had like the Elise and like her 2 assistants, and then you had like the little fancy like camera tricks, and then you had like the really cool like cheap looking further place, but it was effective. I don't know, it was just a really well made horror movie, and like the monster was just like, it was just the look of the monster was entirely inconsequential. I thought it didn't really ruin the movie.
I am the biggest Star Wars fan on the planet. John Lasvath, you're wearing a Star Wars shirt right now. But when I watched that movie, I did not think Darth Maul once. That didn't even cross my mind. Now that I look at it, I'm like, oh, yeah. But
okay, in all fairness, I did think that right away.
Yeah, because you would.
I think the real issue is just why Rose Byrne looks so much like Queen Amidala. I mean, that's me.
Listen, you guys could talk like bring facts and figures and like, oh, James Wan loves Star Wars, so he put a Darth Maul in there, and I would still be like, no. So like, this isn't based on logic. I just think it didn't ruin the movie.
Yeah, I'm kind of middle of the ground on this because so I really, really enjoyed Insidious, but to me it felt like 3 different chapters that were from 3 different movies or stories altogether, and that was the 3rd chapter, if you will. So if I just look at that 3rd chapter by itself, where we meet what is it, Lipstick Demon?
The Lipstick Demon.
Yeah.
So when we meet him, if I just saw that chapter, I think that he works really well in that chapter. But when I was watching the movie in its entirety, when we were shifting those chapters and meeting him in the further, I was partially annoyed, but it had nothing to do with that demon. Yeah. It was just that we were going from like the mist, just being introduced to almost like in the movie Poltergeist, like there is another side, but are we going to see the other side? This is what's going on with the other side. And a lot of movies that dealt with that historically don't really take us there. They just imply it. So when we went there, it was a big shift in gear for me, and he happened to be associated with it for me. Do I think that he ruined it? No. Do I think that it looked like a cheap dollar store anything? Not really. And just in case someone did think that, this was a part 1 of a Blumhouse. Yeah, part 1 of one of those Blumhouse films. And Mark, they don't have big budgets. What was the budget for that part 1 of Insidious?
1.5.
So, look, I don't think that the Lipstick Demon looked cheap or anything, but if anyone out there does, you're watching a movie that went to theaters and was very successful on a $1.5 million budget. Most movies with that budget couldn't even afford any one of the actors in there that I recognized.
I think you could.
I'm more worried about how he decorated his place.
Yeah.
The red Lipstick Demon. Like, there was like puppets and like, does he go to? Where does he shop?
I think they shot
Big
that
Lots.
in like the inside of a dollar store.
Yeah. I was gonna say Big Lots, but yeah, sure.
See, just that comment annoyed me. That's how much I love these movies.
Well, okay, so Buddy's a good friend. I was, in fact, the best man at his wedding. So, Buddy, thank you for the question. You were met with a little adversity in terms of opinions of the demon.
I think it's a great question. I do. I think it's a very worthy, relevant question.
I could be wrong about this, but wasn't Rose Byrne one of Queen Amidala's decoys in Phantom Menace?
Wasn't that, that was Keira Knightley?
That was,
Yeah, it was
Keira Knightley.
But she had more.
It was yet another woman who skips too many meals.
There you go.
Right.
She looks like Rose Byrne.
Yeah.
That's where I got my all the confusion came from.
Yeah.
The Darth Maul thing, never thought of it.
Okay,
but Queen Amidala, all the time.
Okay, so Rose Byrne was never Queen Amidala. I think that's the answer to our question.
I'm kind of upset I was never Queen Amidala.
Yeah.
I think more people should have been Queen Amidala.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough. Keira Knightley, you need a few more than just that.
He can digitally insert us in there. I mean, George Lucas is not past that. You know what
special
I mean?
edition
I think
of Star Wars
my
1.
head weighs as much as either either Natalie Portman or Keira Knightley's entire body minus their head.
You have a 90.
My head is the equivalent.
You have a 90-pound head.
I don't think that the rest of their body weighs 90 pounds.
What about Anne Hathaway? She'd have been a pretty good Amidala decoy, right?
Yeah, that'd have been good.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence would have been kind of like the spicy one. Like she's tough in action.
Anna Kendrick would have been the funny, spunky,
Yeah.
like decoy. Like,
Kristen Stewart, the awkward one.
the awkward, kind of morose looking
Who just
one.
stares off into nothing like she's been lobotomized.
I want to see this movie, just like the grown-up Amidala decoys getting together for like a kind of like a decoy reunion.
Oh yeah, Lizzie Kaplan would be like a good sarcastic one.
Brie Larson would be like the somebody.
The community
Kinda like
version
shot,
of that.
No, it's Alison Brie.
Oh, well, both of them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hey, Gillian Jacobs, get her in there.
Yeah, why not?
Joe McHale, Chevy Chase.
I want to see this movie.
The Almadal
he
reunion.
just wants
All
to see a Community movie now.
Yeah. All right. Let me go. What's our second question?
So our second question comes from one of my friends I've known since grad school. As it turns out, I was in his wedding too. David from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, asks, and he did not know what the first question was when he came up with this. Who played the best supernatural villain? For example, a demon or fallen angel.
So who or what?
I think you can answer that however you want. I'm actually sitting here wondering if you're going to say the lipstick demon.
The red lipstick demon.
Man.
Dude, that scene where Patrick Wilson is like talking, and then you cut to Barbara Hershey, and then you cut back to him, and red lipstick's right behind him. Yeah, and then there's a scene where he's in the bedroom, like pointing at that kid. He's just a jerk, man. I hate him. So yeah.
So when you
Is
say
that really your answer?
Yeah.
I was curious if that was going to be your answer because of
I'm going to talk about him I'm going to make a romantic comedy out of him.
He could use it. He's had a rough life, I think.
So when you say supernatural, like it has to be like a ghost or a demon, like a.
He said, for example, demon or fallen angel. I didn't get into it, so I don't know if he was trying to restrict us to that category or if he just meant supernatural villain.
I think he just wanted to prevent like a Hillary Swank conversation.
I was about to say, like, if it's a fallen angel, then wouldn't that automatically just go to like anybody who played Satan? Like, wouldn't he just be like,
or demon? He said demon or fallen.
Even still, like Satan would be like the ultimate.
So,
demon,
like,
right?
Paranormal Activity is a demon.
Yeah, well, he's good until like
Is he worse
gets the
than
name
Satan?
Toby. The demon from the first Paranormal Activity is
Yeah.
good, not the rest of them.
No,
Do we
that
know
demon's
Toby
lame.
is a demon or is he just a poltergeist?
He's a demon.
They say he's a demon, apparently.
Yeah.
They say he's a demon?
I thought that they say that in the first one or something.
I don't think that grandmother was really that educated. She might just be misassigning that word.
Listen, anytime like a guy that deals with demons walks into a place and goes, "Yeah, this guy's bad news. He doesn't want me here. Peace." Like, that's when you know you got a good demon on your hands.
Yeah, that's a good demon.
a good bad demon. or as John Lasbath was alluding to, you got the devil from Constantine, a good Euro devil.
Yeah, wasn't that Peter's? No, it wasn't Peter Stormare, right?
Peter Stormare.
Yeah, it was Peter Stormare.
Wait, what movie?
Yeah.
Constantine with
Oh, yeah.
The
Shia
devil and
LaBeouf.
Constantine. That's actually my answer.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
He's just a good Euro devil.
yeah. The Constantine was an underrated movie, in my opinion. By the way, it was a good movie.
So wait, no one's gonna pick. What was that? Not Priest. What was the other one with Paul Bettany?
Oh, those are the
Legion.
worst.
Legion.
Legion.
Oh,
Yeah. What about that one?
Wait, was
that
he?
movie's terrible.
He didn't. He wasn't a fallen angel in that, right?
Yeah, he was a fallen angel.
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I thought
That's
he was
exactly
fighting
what he
fallen
was,
angels.
yeah.
That's like
He literally said, "I'm a fallen angel,"
that's
I
one of
didn't
the worst
see the
movies I've
movie.
ever seen.
but it had Charles S. Dutton. I haven't seen him in a lot.
That's true.
And Dennis Quaid.
Oh man.
No way. Peter Stormare all the way.
Oh, I
and
know.
Peter Stormare, by the way, on Twitter, people were going crazy when I posted an article on Twitter who did the devil best, who did Satan best in movies. And everyone's like rallying behind Peter Stormare. And he comes into that movie and he's dripping like steaming tar from his feet. He walks like he's lumbering and aching. He talks with these weird pauses, not just because English is his third or fourth language, but either way. And his eyes are all messed up. It's like he's literally hungover from a late night of torturing souls with the Hellraiser Cenobites.
Well, no, with pineapples.
Ooh,
Or with pineapple. Well, I'll let you touch on that one.
yeah. Ugh.
Wasn't Harvey Keitel the devil in Little Nicky, and he was shoving pineapples into Hitler's butt?
Oh, God, that's such a cute...
And
He was making
Hitler
that
picked like a little pineapple, and he's like,
Yeah.
I just remember Dan Marino like trying to make a deal with the devil. Like, please, just let me like play in the Super Bowl. Poor guy.
I would. Can I choose Elizabeth Hurley in Bedazzled? Or
You
is
can.
that like
She's also in the article that I put up.
okay? Or who is it? Raquel Welch in the original? I think that was
Wait,
her.
is it?
You know,
Is the movie Bedazzled?
Yeah.
yeah,
That sounds like you
Or
like put some like,
Bedazzled.
glitter on a backpack.
Yeah, it's
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled. It's better than Vajazzled because that's like a thing.
I think I might have seen that one too. I think. Okay, here's my choice. It wasn't Peter Stormare. It was Billy Zane from Demon Knight.
Oh gosh,
it was just so fun. Like that's another like bad movie that I love. But he just played like this demon trying to. I forget. Like what was he trying to?
He wanted something from William Sadler.
Yeah. But
I think he just found a relic of some sort somehow.
Yeah, but for some reason,
and no one else really knew that he had it.
The house itself that they were in was kind of demon proof. So like the whole movie, Billy Zane was just taunting them and just like he was just like cracking wise like the whole time. It was just great.
He's like, "I'm Billy Zane. Why don't you come out of the house?" It's a good thing that Zoolander wasn't there next to him. Back, it's like you should listen to your friend Billy Zane.
And this is Billy Zane before he just kind of gave up. This is when he still kind of cared.
And he still stood up in movies. Yeah. Like his latest ones, he just sits in chairs.
Yeah. He plays the bad guy who just sits in a room like the whole movie.
Journey to Promethea or something like that. And then
Terabithia?
No. Some Promethea, some bad movies. Just in a chair and Blood Rain.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Is it because he's gained weight like Stephen Baldwin?
I think he's just lazy.
like Stephen Baldwin.
Dude, Stephen Baldwin needed a jogging double in Sharks in Venice. There's a scene where this guy's just jogging and it wasn't Stephen Baldwin. Nice. He can't even jog on screen anymore.
Right. So I think that's our answer. Stephen Baldwin needs a jogging double.
I like it.
That's the answer to our question. All right.
There you go.
Thank you to our listeners for their wonderful questions. We hoped we enlightened you to your questions that you had. Probably not. You're probably even more confused now. That's okay. That's kind of the goal here at Movies, Homes, and Flicks.
Yeah.
Just to confuse people.
What were we talking about?
Exactly. All right, Mark. I'll throw it back to you for the rom-com drum assembly hour.
Yeah. So. None of us are going to pretend here. We're all fans of romantic comedies, romantic dramas, romantic comedies with a little bit of drama, romantic drama with some comedy. I mean, you talk about Say Anything, About Time, Love Actually. There's some really, really great films out there, so we're not going to act like we're all tough and we don't like them. So today we just came together and we have 10 questions, and we're going to put together a hybrid romantic comedy drama. So basically just think like a Say Anything or like a Love Actually. So it's not like a straight up McConaughey failure to launch romantic comedy. It's more of like a high fidelity or Grosse Point Blank rom-com drama. We want some heart, but we want some romance. We want some comedy. So I have a feeling during this next hour we're going to be crying, we're going to be smiling. We're just going to leave this podcast better people. And
a lot of sleeves will be moistened with bro juice.
That's right. So our first of 10 categories questions. The first question is, what character does John Cusack play? Now, I'm like a John Cusackian, I think. So I love Say Anything, Better Off Dead, One Crazy Summer, High Fidelity, Grosse Point Blank, Serendipity, Must Love Dogs, Love and Mercy, Con Air.
Yeah.
Con Air for the rom-com.
It's a bromance. It's a bromance.
Nicolas Cage is just trying to get back to his wife and daughter.
That's true.
That's right.
Nothing more romantic than that. Yeah.
So I guess personally, I think it would be perfect if he was the dad of either the lead character, either the lead actress or the lead male in the movie. So I think he should be like a former karate MMA champ, because in Say Anything he was a kickboxer, right? Mm. So he traveled a lot. He was never home. His wife left. Then another wife left, and then finally he got too old. So now he is just currently try to build a relationship with his kids, and he's teaching karate, MMA, everything like that. So you got like a nice Say Anything callback from when he was a kickboxer.
Yeah, I kind of went like in a similar direction. Like, just as for reasons you mentioned, like he was just a huge stalwart in like these romantic comedies. So I feel like it would be cool if he played like kind of like the mentor to like the new kind of maybe like a John Cusack Junior type. He's not really like John Cusack Jr., but like it'd be cool to see John Cusack. Okay, like it'd be funny if he said like something lines like, "Kid, I've been in your situation like before," So I'm gonna tell you like I'm I'm gonna tell you like how it is and like how it's gonna go. Like I feel like that scene would be like it'd be like super meta. It'd be super funny, and it'd also be a little bit heartwarming to see John Cusack kind of pass the torch. You know?
And he would be like, let me tell you about this one crazy summer, right? Where I thought I would be better off dead, where I couldn't say anything right, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, it would be so cool to see John Cusack play a mentor to like the new kid.
You know how people cheer when, like, lightsabers come out during Star Wars films? If John Cusack said that during a movie, I would jump up, spin kick everyone's popcorn out of their hands, and just it would be my favorite movie automatically. Like, I'd get another bad Florida tattoo about that movie.
You wonder why I don't go to the movies with you anymore.
He always wants to see John Cusack once.
It's just the hospital.
Like, you're buying the popcorn.
Yeah. So living good. What? Inside joke, guys. Sorry. So Living Good. What character would John Cusack play there?
Yeah, I think that I have a feeling that we all were really channeling in the same, logical direction here. But so I too was thinking, he's probably going to be like the understanding father, and I'm thinking specifically of the male love interest, like the male star of this movie that we're Frankensteinianly making here. And I think it would be like an interesting meta role. It's almost like the role would make reference to, but without actually saying the characters' names or movie titles. Like, he'd make reference to all these past experiences of his while he's giving advice to his son, and they'd be like indirect references to like all of his other rom-com or rom-droms, like something in Serendipity, like, there was this note in a book once, and, I lost it, and I had to, like, weird little things like that. And I think it would be perfect, and he's the perfect meta role for that, and it's a nice nod, and he is at the age where, we're well past must-love dogs, but I still want him in these movies, and this is how I think we can comfortably do it. I think that he'd be a good dad to, like, I don't know, Zac Efron or whoever our male lead would turn out to be.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say the F.
Dude, Zac Efron's my remake. He's going to be my remake of Neverending Story, riding Smaug.
He's not proven in romantic comedies. He's good in, like, Neighbors and other movies, but his romantic movies have been lacking.
Also,
he was great in that awkward moment. Oh. He was great in that awkward moment.
I hate that movie because she walks in with bourbon and she goes, "Hey guys, I got some scotch." Like it was a bullet bottle. I was like, "What?" They didn't even do enough research to look at the bottle on that. No. All right, so Robert,
maybe the girl just didn't know her liquor.
Oh no, Imogen Poots does. I'm sure of that. It was a line. I'm blaming the writer. All right, Robert, what character does John Cusack play?
Pretty similar to what everybody picked. I said the single father of the main character, the guy character. But I think that through the movie, he should be like in a coma the whole time. And then at the very end is when he wakes out of this coma, because like the main character keeps going to visit him. He wakes up out of his coma, and that's where he says all the life lesson stuff. And it really changes the main character's mind about
whatever's going on. Or the life lessons could be flashbacks with the main character.
That's true. Something like that, yeah.
Oh, wait. I did say that he was a fighter, so maybe he had like a bunch of concussions. And
he was fighting Chun-Li in Bloodsport.
So he goes into a coma from all the head damage that he's taken. So in the beginning, you meet him, right? And then
I feel like the life lesson should be at the beginning instead of the end.
Okay, so he gives life lessons in the beginning. He goes into a coma.
Yeah. And then he asks how they were at the end when he wakes
up.
And
then they repeat the first half of the movie when you just tell, Dad, so this is what happened.
In the beginning of the movie, he says, "Look, son, the secret to happiness is," and then he goes into coma.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And then he wakes up, he's like, and he's about to say it, but then like the main character's like, "Don't worry, Dad, I already know what the secret to life is."
But then he just says it anyway.
And then he's like, "Dad,
you don't have to say anything, Dad."
Yeah, don't say anything.
All right, so Cusack, coma, Cusack.
I think the comment there is like he's a mentor.
Yeah.
So he's the single parent that goes into gives life lessons
it seems oddly appropriate that he's single.
Yeah. So he gives life. He's about to give life lessons. He goes into a coma because of his too many kicks to the head. Mm-hmm. And then he wakes up. He goes to share the life lessons, and the son goes, "Don't say anything, Dad."
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But then he says it anyway.
Yeah, just because he's kind of like a jokey dad.
Pulling
Hey.
at the heartstrings.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
man.
like Rocky's like, yeah, you think as me hits to the head as me.
Isn't that what Rocky or Sylvester Stallone's doing in the Apollo Creed movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll probably be in a coma the whole time too. Or at least look like he is.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta throw
Also
the
in a
right,
coma.
and then the. All right, so we have John Cusack as a single father who goes into a coma and then can't share any life lessons. Perfect.
Then he
Until
can't say anything.
Yeah, then he can't say anything.
Yep.
Oh man.
Perfect. All right. So the second one, Robert, where does it take place?
Okay, well, I went the time travel route, so I put everywhere.
All right, everywhere.
And anywhere and
It's
anytime.
time travel, not teleportation.
Yeah,
It's
if you
time
said,
travel.
If you said time travel, don't you mean anytime?
That's what I meant. Anytime, anywhere.
Good job.
Everywhere. Wait. Oh, so not everywhere. Anytime.
Not anytime. Anytime.
Anytime.
In
Okay.
a given spot.
If you had to narrow anytime down,
Yeah.
how would you do it? Like,
What do you mean?
let's just say like
The 40s?
you want to prune this tree called anytime.
The 40s?
The 40s? Okay.
1968?
The 40s.
I want it
Alright.
like right after World War II or during World War II.
during World War II.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Someone's going to go to war.
All right.
I'm just saying.
I love it.
predicting
Okay.
it's going to happen.
Where in the 1940s?
Paris.
Okay.
no.
Paris?
Right,
Like-
right after the liberation of Paris?
Casablanca?
Very Morocco. We'll do Morocco. That's a little
Morocco.
better.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, Morocco.
And all the gin joints in all the world.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Lazavath, where they at?
I wanna see them in like a southern city. You know? Like I kept Sweet Home Alabama was like the first movie that came to mind when I read like this question. I'm just like I thought it was like really kinda funny and also kinda heartwarming that everybody had like a southern accent. You know? Maybe
But they're
there's
all
like
racist.
Yeah, that's what makes it so endearing.
Was it
like
like
a
Gone with the
lovable
Wind? Is
racism.
that what you're saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to go with the wind.
Maybe
Sweet Home
there's,
Alabama.
Like, maybe there's like a
crossover.
southern themed bar in Morocco for like expatriates or something.
for people who are missing home.
Yeah.
It's almost like how in Atlanta there's a bar that's for Gators fans.
yeah, no. And when I lived in Korea, there was a bar that was like just for Canadians.
Okay.
And like they were really salty Newfoundland people.
I mean, Korea is basically the Canada of Asia.
I like it. Yeah, a lot of expats.
Yeah.
Friendly.
So the whole movie takes place in expatriate bar in Morocco,
There you go.
where it's like everyone talks in a southern accent.
All right, what do you got, John? Living good.
Dude, I was going to say Philadelphia. Like,
Okay.
and my reasoning was just because everything else seems to happen in New York City, Miami, Chicago, or LA. So I was just going to pick Philadelphia. I thought Philadelphia was like an easy, organic place for most of whatever we came up with to all work.
So is an
But then you
expatriate bar in
guys
Morocco.
played this Morocco card.
I mean, Silver Linings Playbook was in Philly. That was good, Invincible. But the
Yeah.
problem with Philly is everybody would just be so angry. Yeah, I
Yeah.
said it, Philly people.
People would
You
be a
know,
lot
hold
nicer in
on.
Morocco.
You say
Shots
that,
fired.
I shit you not. On the radio today, I was listening to an article that revealed the 10 sports teams that have the most tolerable fans. And number 2 was Philadelphia.
Most tolerable?
The most
Yep.
tolerable?
One just came out where they were the worst.
Which
No,
which
who
group
made
of
They were on
fans?
the good side. You're mistaking other
No,
cities.
no, I'm not mistaken. I 100% read a post saying Philly were the worst sports fans.
Well, maybe
Oh
he's
my God,
talking
wait, hold on. Now I
about.
remember. You're right. You're right. They were the worst. Tampa Bay was good, and people were joking because they don't win enough.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, never mind. I got it backwards.
Yeah. Philly's
gonna-
just like,
Well, maybe it's different for like the Eagles and the Phillies.
Yeah.
So certain ones are better than others.
I grew up 8 miles from Philly, and I got to tell you, like, it's really not that friendly a place. There's no brotherly love. I was just picking Philly.
what if the expat was from Philly, from Morocco?
And then he ends up in a
There you
southern
go.
expatriate bar.
An Eagles bar. Wait, not in the 40s.
Why not?
Wow.
The Eagles were invited.
All right, so I had Austin, Texas. But I mean, that and Morocco are the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
it's pretty much it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of open spaces. You know what I mean? It's
pretty
like
hot.
Wild
It's
West,
hot.
like
Yeah.
hot. It's hot.
There's
So
a lot of
I guess
hipsters everywhere.
Oh wait, but we're doing any time. So you're literally saying this whole thing takes place in the 1940s Morocco in an expat bar owned
Well,
by a guy from Philadelphia.
I'm going the time travel route, but you guys don't. I mean, we don't have to. It was just
Yeah.
I don't know. I want a lake house. I mean, lake house wasn't really that, but
I liked the lake house.
So we have Morocco, and where do we have? Oh, Keanu's the best, man.
oh yeah.
Wait, was that the? I always forget. Was Keanu in the past or in the future in that movie?
Does it matter?
My brain just exploded.
No, because didn't they send a letter?
Who was the other
Yeah.
one? Sandra Bullock, right?
Yes, it was like their big Speed reunion, and they did that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. I thought it was just a sequel to Speed.
This is Speed
a real
3.
one, yeah. A real sequel. Not that Speed 2 crap.
So they're time traveling between Philly and Morocco?
So they're time traveling and teleporting, evidently.
Are they
Yeah,
jumpers?
because they can't be. Oh, they're jumpers.
Yeah.
They're like Hayden Christensen.
So they're time traveling jumpers that go from a Moroccan expat bar to Philly.
As long as it's completely understood that Hayden Christensen isn't allowed to even have a cameo in this movie.
No,
Okay.
but he can do. Like he'll get a coffee for everybody on the set.
He can handle the craft catering.
Yeah, craft services.
All right, so
Right.
we're saying Philly and Morocco.
Yeah, it's
Done.
Okay,
sure.
that works. My two favorite places.
Yeah. All right, so
We've gone through 2 out of 10 categories. This movie's already getting a little bonkers.
All right, so now our third one. Is the main character a prostitute with a heart of gold or a bad boy looking to go straight? So Levingood. I mean, it could be anything. I'm just thinking of tropes from like Pretty Woman or these kind of films. What's our main? What are our main characters like?
All right, so I didn't go either of those specifically. I went a little cliche still, though, and I'm thinking like, it's like Zac Efron and maybe Anna Kendrick. And I'm thinking that, like Anna Kendrick is probably like a power suit wearing young lawyer, like executrix kind of person. And then like our Zac Efron is the more impassioned with what he does, an underpaid person who's maybe a civil servant with a popular blog and an editorial column and like the Brooklyn Hipster Daily kind of little tiny pretentious periodical. And I like to think that they probably went to school together and are friends now.
All right, Lasvath, what do you got?
Okay, so I didn't want any of them to be architects because I feel like there's an architect in every romantic comedy I've ever seen. It just seems like it, right?
Yeah.
Like
I can't think of an architect.
Oh no, there was an article like why is everyone an architect in I forget what article it was, but yeah.
I can't think of like ever seeing an architect in any other genre. Like it's whenever I see an
Hey.
architect on screen, it's always like a romantic comedy.
George Costanza always pretended to be an architect, so it's got to have some merit.
Well, he pretended to be a lot of things. Didn't he also pretend to be a marine biologist?
One time, but he always went with the Art Vandelay is an architect. So
Right. All right. So I decided to go like really literal here. Like I wanted the prostitute. Like maybe she has like a heart problem, and so she meets like a former thief. The thief like falls in love with her, and like he ends up stealing like a pacemaker made out of gold for the prostitute.
nice.
So the prostitute has a pacemaker made of gold. And
Okay.
then the bad guy goes clean, just for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's working.
Okay, so he's a thief who steals a gold-plated pacemaker for her?
Yeah.
All right. And I just found out Keanu was an architect in The Lake House. Zach Braff was an architect in The Last Kiss. Matthew Perry was in 3 to Tango. Sleepless in Seattle. Tom Hanks. My super ex-girlfriend Luke Wilson. Love Actually. Liam Neeson. Just Like Heaven. Mark Ruffalo. And It's Complicated. Steve Martin.
See? Told you.
Architects.
Damn.
And the guy from The Matrix.
Oh well, yeah.
And house sitter Steve Martin.
Yeah. All right. So for me, I picked like a mom Spectacular Now. And so I don't really like the Apatowian like men child or like the mixed C like 40-year-old still live at home type people. So I wanted like a dude like a Lloyd Dobler type that's like, 20, 21 years old, still has a lot to learn, but they're sure of themselves. So I kind of like that. That would work well with like Cusack, like a Miles Teller, because he was awesome in Spectacular Now, and Ebert compared that to Say Anything. And then there's an actress. She was in a movie called Beyond the Lights, Jupiter Ascending. Her name's Gugu Mbatha Raw. Sorry if I destroyed that name, but she's like a really good actress. She's going to be in new Star Wars. So like I thought it'd be like interesting, like the two of them. Like I don't know. Like, and also I love Zooey Deschanel from 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah.
Because she's not like a manic pixie chick. Like, Kirsten Dunst and Natalie Portman from Garden State. A lot of people call them manic pixie chicks. But I like Zooey Deschanel from 500 Days of Summer because, like, I love that relationship because he wanted it, she didn't. They kind of let it go further than what it had to be, and they both left it better people. Like, she wasn't like this readily available person that furthers the story. So, yeah, I just got like these two people meeting. Maybe like they're both, I don't know, maybe they're both taking after John Cusack's steps and they're both like fighters. I don't know. There's a lot of MMA, Ronda Rousey. So like an MMA couple.
Hey.
And these are prostitutes. Funny good.
Nice. All right.
All right, Robert, what do you got?
All right, well, like, okay. I'm just going to say that when I was coming up with these questions, the two people, for some reason, that I had in my mind as the main actors for this movie was Carrie Elwes and Ally McGraw. And I don't know why, but that's what I picked as the actors and actresses, or actor and actress.
I can see why you picked
Hey,
Carrie.
Princess Bride.
Yeah. So, anyways, I figured that the male character is actually a crooked gigolo. Like, he's just like, it kind of goes with your thief thing. Like, he's a thief, but he's also a gigolo.
Okay.
And then the woman is she's just a hard-nosed businesswoman. Like, just a hard-nosed, hard at work, trying to do everything.
Like Levin Good's executrix.
Yeah.
I think I said that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somehow they just cross paths in Morocco.
Okay.
And that's it.
She was there on a business trip. He was there on in the middle of a heist.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they were both thirsty in the middle of the night.
Time traveling, teleporting heists.
Okay, so then we have Zac Efron, Anna Kendrick, a juggalo. I mean, wait, he's not a juggalo. He's a gigolo.
He's a gigolo.
A gigolo.
He could be a juggalo. though.
He's a gigolo.
We have Carrie Ells and Ally McGraw. Then we have Miles Teller and Gugu Mbatha-Raw. And then who did you see, Lazvath?
I didn't come up with any specific actors. I just came up with like kind of
Okay.
like.
He wanted them both to
I
be
got you.
Kathy
So we
Bates.
Yeah.
He also wants Zac Efron.
Okay. So I think it makes sense to have like a hard-nosed businesswoman meeting like a thief type, like a rakish thief.
Yeah.
Because that's why she's in business there, and he is, a thief, so he just travels.
Yeah.
So okay, so what should their names be?
Oh, man.
Let's see.
Frankie and Johnny.
Okay, Frankie and Johnny. So their names are
The girl is Frankie for like Francine, and Johnny is Johnny for John.
I like it. Frankie and Johnny. One's a hard-nosed businesswoman, and the guy is a thief.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
And think about that. When a girl goes by Frankie, that sounds like tougher. When the guy goes by Johnny, it sounds less hard than John.
now, do they both time travel?
No, only one of them does.
Oh, okay. Well, which one?
I don't know.
Oh, a twist so
Yeah.
early in the movie.
So, does he have to steal something from Morocco to get him back? Like his
He's
jump
stealing
powers
the
that
time
make him-
travel device.
Oh,
Yeah,
He's
he has
stealing.
time travel device stolen in Morocco.
Yeah.
So he gets pushed
Wait.
to the future or pushed to the past?
It's like
How
when Biff
about-
got the almanac and Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
What
if
if
she likes Casablanca a lot, so he goes back to that time frame for some stupid reason and gets stuck there?
Or what if she is from that time
I
and
like
he's not, and he has to go back to get her?
Oh man.
He has to meet her
Oh, okay,
back.
yeah, he has to go back.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's from Morocco, a businesswoman in the 40s. She's like selling, ammunition. I don't know. War, maybe she's part of like the wartime, peace process, like trying to put the world back together.
I see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay.
She's using
Okay.
her hard business knowledge to really get that done.
Okay, so Frankie and Johnny, he goes back to Morocco, time traveling, and meets her. And then he has to decide whether to go back because his dad's in a coma. But if he goes back to put his dad back in time so his dad doesn't suffer that last concussion, he can't be with her.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay.
This is getting
Maybe?
intense.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost starting to weep right
What do you
now.
guys does this work?
I think so.
Yeah. It. Sure.
Okay.
I've seen romantic comedies.
What do you
that
think,
make less
Levin Good?
sense.
I think that we're about 3 categories in out of 10, and this is becoming one of the most eclectically either distracting or interesting rom-com dramas. It makes me think of when I saw the trailer for that movie with Bill Nye and Brandon Gleeson.
Oh, about time. Dom Hog Gleason.
Dom Hall. I'm sorry. Yeah. And so like that movie, like when I saw the trailer, I'm like, I don't know how that could possibly make sense. But then I saw it, and it actually all worked out pretty splendidly.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe we're on our way to some solid gold, or the most schizophrenic rom-com ever. We gotta feel this through. Where could we possibly go next with this?
All right, so the fourth question is, in what way will Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock be involved? So, in the 90s, they basically ruled romantic comedy dramas with, what was it? Runaway Bride, Notting Hill, My Best Friend's Wedding.
My Best Friend's Wedding.
While You Were Sleeping, about a woman who pretends to be another woman while a guy's in a coma. I mean, you know what? We say our romantic comedy, rom-com drama's getting weird, but, I mean, if you think about, like, The Lake House and, like, While You Were Sleeping.
And The Proposal.
Yeah, I mean, those movies are all bonkers, too, anyway, so I think we're right on par. So, Lamb, what do you think, Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock, how are they involved?
All right, this is what I have. For the lead character, the woman character in the movie, I think they should be her two moms, and they're lesbians.
Nice.
Ooh.
yeah.
So you got
So
John
did they
Cusack as
adopt her, or did one of them conceive her, or
They
adopted.
I think it was maybe a sperm donor for one of them. They raised it, and then the other one was, the father figure more. And they raised her from a baby.
So let me get
so
this
which
straight.
one is the father figure out of Julia and Sandra?
I think Julia's the mother. She's the
Really?
one who carried. Yeah, I think
Is this because Sandra Bullock was in Speed? That's
it's
why.
because Sandra Bullock was in Speed, Gravity, and she was also a hard-nosed woman in Blindside. So I think she just should be more the father figure.
Okay, so they're in Morocco, right, in the 1940s. So this kid that they have is probably in their 20s. So I'm assuming in 1920-something, Julia Roberts had the kid, and then they were a couple in Morocco.
Yeah.
A couple of spinsters. Wait, they were a lesbian couple in Morocco in the 20s?
Yeah, it was harsh times. That's hard.
So they're even, all right. So then they own the bar, right, with Bill Nighy, because he's the best.
Right.
So I guess what I was going to say was they're with both the ex-wives of John Cusack, but he's in a coma the whole time. So it kind of makes it, that doesn't really work. So Levingood, where did you have them in here?
So I had no Julia Roberts, to be honest. When I was thinking of this, I don't really like her in romantic comedies at all. Like,
Really?
ever.
All right.
She just doesn't do it for you?
But I love me some Sandra Bullock. No, I think that Julia Roberts does well in romantic roles, but they're romantic roles in dramas, not things that you'd call romances. Like in Erin Brockovich, that little side romance she had with the biker, that was cool. But like when she does her rom-dram stuff, they're movies I never want to see again, except for Notting Hill, because Hugh Grant is gold. But
Oopsie daisy.
I love me some Sandra Bullock. But I love me some Sandra Bullock though, and I was thinking like she would be what in my head was the counterpart of John Cusack, where she's the maybe single mother of the female love interest.
Okay. So she's the mother. So we have two people saying she's the mother of the female love interest. Lazavath, what'd you have?
See, I took like a different tack once again. So I decided to go with. So for Julia Roberts, I decided to go with her character from Runaway Bride. I feel like throughout the movie, she would like make quick cameos. Like you see her in a wedding dress and sneakers, just like run through like the background of the scene.
Oh yeah.
Just like sporadic moments throughout the movie. And then Sandra Bullock, I think it's perfect because I feel like she should play her character. She played in While You Were Sleeping. Like her character could take care of John Cusack's character in our movie while he's in the coma.
But she's not a nurse or anything?
No.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe she went to nursing school after the events of the movie. So now she's a nurse, like an actual nurse.
Okay.
So, yeah. I feel like it all fits perfectly.
But they're not lesbians.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I left it open. Who knows?
Like in the movie, you never specify anything. You don't talk about it.
Well,
And then like you have these weird like ambiguous hints. Like, are they just getting along well, or are they getting along well?
yeah.
Wait, so we had two people saying she's the mom of the female character. Then we had John saying that she's the nurse from While You Were Sleeping, and she's an actual nurse now,
taking care of
doesn't
John
take
Cusack's character while he's in a coma.
Right.
Does she just basically dab his head with like sponges, and that's the extent of it?
Yeah, she has no speaking lines.
And then Julia Roberts is running around in the background.
Again, no speaking lines.
In the wedding.
So what do
dress
we
and
like better?
sneakers.
What do we like better? The
I like
two
mine
of them
better.
with no speaking lines, or the two of them married in 1940s Morocco with the lead female character?
I'll accept them being married, like in a lesbian couple, if Julia Roberts is almost like the grumpy 1950s factory worker husband role, where she basically never talks, she just grunts and sneers.
What kind
Okay,
of
so-
factory do they work in?
Sandals.
Okay.
Which industry do they work in?
Yeah.
Wait, they make sandals in Morocco?
that's what John just said. Yeah.
Or the Sandals Resort.
Yeah.
The first sandals resort opened in, so they either work in so they make sandals
They
at
make
a
sandals
resort.
at the Sandals Resort.
Okay.
That's where it got its name.
Oh,
Yeah.
in Morocco.
In Morocco.
Okay.
And wait, I have a great thing. They can be this would be amazing. They are, we have her running in the background. We still have her being the nurse, but then we also have them being the parents of the main girl. Just do it. Why not, right?
No, because how about this? In the future, they have different jobs, and one of them is she's just running away all the time, and Sandra Bullock is a nurse now when she's older.
But she's like a Jimmy John's delivery person because they're really fast.
Yeah.
How about this? Instead of like Julia Roberts working at a sandal factory, she works in a sneaker factory.
And that's where the
That's where
sneakers
she gets the
gets.
sneakers from. She's actually testing out the sneakers. I don't know why
In
she's in a
Morocco?
wedding. Yeah, I don't know why she's in a wedding dress, but yeah.
It's Halloween
Oh, okay.
when we see her in the future.
All right.
So they're making shoes at a resort at a gin joint in Morocco, and then in the future, they're nurses and Jimmy John's delivery people.
Right. It's a good tie-in.
Yeah.
And you get some, you can kind of promote, Jimmy John's throughout the movie.
What do you think, Levingood?
I love Jimmy John's.
There you go.
I actually want that right now. Even if Julia Roberts is handing it to me, I'll take it.
It's the bread. It's the bread. Something about the Jimmy John's bread.
All right, so she makes shoes, or does she run the factory?
I say Julia runs the factory.
Maybe she makes.
Maybe
Yeah, for the
she's-
kids.
She whips Indonesian sweatshop laborer children.
Yeah, and
Making the sandals.
they make shoes for all the people that lost their shoes during the war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you have to do is ship them north.
All right, so I have right now on my thing. I have Jimmy John's, nurse, and shoes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Parents.
All right.
So before we head to the break, we have a movie where John Cusack goes into a coma, and then his thief son goes back to Morocco, where he meets a woman at a gin joint in a sandals resort, and her parents are Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock, and they make shoes for all the children who lost their shoes during the war. And the guy has to save his father, but he falls in love with this girl. So that's the quandary we're in right now.
Yeah.
I'd like to see where it goes from here.
Well, I think.
Well,
Dude, I mean, right now, though, this is the point where we're just like 20, 25 minutes into the movie.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This is only Act
Just
1.
And there's like 15
we're
minutes
just
of movie.
like
15 minutes of movie is like a Jimmy John's commercial.
learning who the characters are and where it is. This could be the first.
I love it. All right.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, this podcast has not been brought to you by Jimmy John's.
Aw.
But now's a good time to let you know who actually sponsors us. And we'll be back in a minute.
If Jimmy John's brings me a sandwich in the next 30 minutes, we can do an ad for them.
Coming soon.
Sharkdropper Studios presents to you the Force is strong in my family. My father had it. I have it. My sister has it. And you have that power too.
There he is, back to work.
I had to protect my investment.
Investment.
Julianne Good, the whore with the dead fiance.
I just hope I can help.
Your reputation precedes you.
If you don't open this fucking door right now, I'm gonna break it down. Go, go, go! Hurry up! Go, go!
Mr. K!
It's Jimmy John. He's missing.
Go find him, Tubby.
Polly, we're home.
Doppel Avenue Hurt, Season 2, brought to you by Sharkdropper Studios.
Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. It's, yeah.
That was lame.
Yeah, what? We're coming back from break, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know.
What are you doing right now?
Okay, so I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit. The first half of this episode was recorded maybe 2 weeks to what the present date is now. So, because we had technical issues in the first half. I think we've ironed out all the bugs since then. But yeah, it's kind of weird starting a podcast 2 weeks later, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, it's going to make our rom-com drum even more random because...
I just remember something about Julia Roberts, Sandra Bullock, them running a shoe factory and
lipstick demons.
Yeah. They were in Morocco.
I'll give you... I have the notes here. I'll give you a quick thing.
Okay.
John Cusack is the dad, but then he goes into a coma, right? And then this guy is a thief, and he goes back to 1940s Morocco.
Yeah.
And he meets a woman. Yeah. Which one?
It's Zac Efron.
Yeah, Zac Efron. And they have they work at a sandals resort in Morocco that makes sandals. And Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock are the mothers of the main character. And they are in the 1940s in Morocco. And then you cut back to the current day because there's time travel with this thief guy who's going back and forth. And Sandra Bullock and Julia Roberts are in the future, but Julia Roberts works for Jimmy John's, and Sandra Bullock is a nurse, in While You Were Sleeping. And there's a gold-plated heart with a heart of gold. And, yeah.
I feel like I've seen
I don't even know why we had to re-explain this. This is very simple. I'm sure everyone remembers perfectly where we are.
I feel like everybody's seen this movie so far, so we're going to have to step up our game, guys.
Yeah, really
I feel like I've seen this movie 20 times.
Yeah, that's right. And, we were talking about, how this is a very random thing that we're coming up with. But then I started thinking about, Kate and Leopold. Or, Hugh Jackman's, a time-traveling guy. And then City of Angels, where Nick Cage is an angel who becomes a man. But then Meg Ryan dies, so he's stuck on Earth as a human, and then he rides a bike down a hill.
Even if you take out the supernatural kind of stuff, even serendipity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty random.
Our movie's not that weird, considering.
Not weird yet. I think we're only...
We're not there yet.
We're a little less than halfway through...
Right now, we're just at Lake House level.
Yeah, we decided we're 25 minutes in.
Right. All right, guys, before we continue with the romantic comedy shenanigans, I think we have another listener question to answer.
We do. The Dead as Hell podcast, at Dead as Hell on Twitter, came up with this horror question. And I've got to say, it's about the most oddly specific question that we've ever received. And it is, in the movie The Ruins, what model cell phone ringer did the plants mimic?
Well, wasn't it a BlackBerry?
No. What model cell phone ringer?
Slow Ride by Foghat, Graceland, Paul Simon.
So he's suggesting that the Ring is iconic of a certain type of phone.
Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
And so I don't know, but it doesn't matter what the phone looks like in the movie. It matters what the ringer sounds like.
Wait, some backstory. No phone was ringing. It was the plants mimicking, right?
Right. Yeah. So that's the question: is which model cell phone's ringer did the plant mimic?
The G106.
The G106. Like so. Yeah. Look, I might have spent, like, I took 3 different shots at this on Google with different approaches and IMDb trivia and all over. And
it wasn't on trivia or Wikipedia or any of that. I searched all over.
I figured, like, he found it somewhere. So I'm guessing that the Dead as Hell podcaster, he must have owned the phone that had that as the default ringer or something years ago.
The G106.
The G106, because I took 3 different shots at this on 3 different days, and each day I spent between 10 and 20 minutes doing nothing but. That's a long time to be Googling, by the way. Like 10 to 20 minutes, 3 different times, and I could come up with nothing. No one is talking about this, so I've got nothing.
G106.
The G106. Lazarus, did you dig anything up about this?
No, I didn't.
I mean. It's like I'm tempted to come back to this guy on Twitter and ask him, like, just point blank, like, okay, dude, what is it? And he'll just be like, oh, I don't know. I was curious. That's why I asked you.
You know what my best ringtone was? DJ, who did Doppel Hurt voice one time. John knows him. Well, all the Johns know him. Yeah. But he once sang It's My Life by Bon Jovi onto my phone. Like, this is before flip phones. It was like just a little phone that didn't have a flip, but it wasn't like a smartphone. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah, I had one of those. I remember that.
And he recorded It's My Life by Bon Jovi. And it was like, it's my life, it is now. So that was my ringtone for about a year.
That's awesome.
It would go off at the most like inopportune times, and it would be DJ singing "It's My Life" by Bon Jovi.
I've got a weird ringtone story. Once, one of my friends. This is when I was like 5-6 years ago, living in Lexington, Kentucky. One of my friends got a hold of my phone when I went to the bathroom. We were just sitting at the bar at happy hour, and then I didn't know he did anything, but later he called me after we parted ways for the evening, and I hear the Mulatto Butts song from Archer. Mulatto Butts, Mulatto Butts.
Wait, you had that ringtone for a long time.
I left it for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But the thing is that he put that on there thinking, oh, this is a joke. I'm going to get John Good. And I loved it. I left that thing for years. That went off once when I was in line at the bank, and this lady looks back at me, and I just looked like,
yeah, I remember the Comic-Cons. That thing would go off in the morning, right? Like, that was your song.
Yeah, I even set it to be my alarm after that.
I would wake up. If we roomed together, I'd wake up to Mulatto Butts.
And then after I'm up, and I get out of the shower, you'd wake me up with Bastille.
Oh yeah, for years I Bastilled John. So I'd be like, I Bastilled him. I'd be like, hey, so John, here, click this button, you'll love it. Like, this is a new thing, and then Bastille would pop up. Like, I got you a bunch, didn't I? I had a pretty.
You got me 20 times in 3 cons.
Yeah, so I used to Bastille him by I used to Pompeii him, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
By the way, listeners, if you were at Wizard World shows between what
2010 and 2015.
There you go. And I stopped in 2014, but if you were there in that range, you might have walked right by me or Mark at a Wizard World show, especially Mark. He was at about all of them.
Yeah, me, Pompeii. You probably heard Pompeii. So whenever you hear Pompeii now, you're probably like, I've heard that before.
You know what ringtone I had for the longest time?
What?
Kenny Loggins. Danger Zone.
Which song?
Danger Zone. Is there?
I want the theme song from Caddyshack instead. No. I'm all right.
Yeah,
you know that song? Don't nobody worry about me.
I had to go Danger Zone.
Hanging with the boys. Do you think they lowered the nets when they played volleyball on Top Gun?
Yeah, they had to, because Tom Cruise is way too short.
He neither has a 6-foot vertical, nor is he 7 feet tall.
It's like an 8-foot hoop. I don't know if you guys ever met Walter He was one of the ushers at my wedding, Walter. Oh, John Lazarus, you roomed with him.
Yeah.
Oh, you lived in his house. He was like the master of an 8-foot rim, and I hated playing with him because like he would school me on an 8-foot rim, and I would get so pissed off about the whole thing. So yeah,
8-foot rim. Why were you guys playing on an 8-foot rim?
Because that's what was
you guys
at
like
his
over
apartment.
6 feet tall.
Well, that's what is at his apartment. So like he's like, you want to go play some ball? I'm like, yeah. So like we would play a lot, but like he like mastered the 8-foot rim. So like when I tried to transition to 10 feet, like people are like, what the hell are you doing?
Okay, so is the answer to this question
G106?
Kenny Loggins and a 7-foot rim?
Yes. Kenny Loggins 8-foot rim.
There we go.
A G106.
All right. Yeah. So,
Wait, really quick.
What?
Do you think they would have figured it out that it was the plants a lot sooner if it was a Kenny Loggins?
Listen, we moved on.
Or
from
do you
the
think they
plants,
would
like,
have
a
thought
long
it
time.
was Kenny Loggins
We moved on from the
down
plants
there?
a long time ago.
Okay.
That doesn't
I think that would have been
I'm just
so
wondering.
specific. They probably would have
Hold
thought
on.
it was a cell phone.
If I'm on that Mexican ziggurat, right,
Yeah.
and I heard Kenny Loggins coming from down there, I might not assume that it was a phone, but I'd be like, there's an electronic device down there that someone turned on. And
sure.
I guess I'm going to assume that they're trying to get my attention. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd be still going down there. I'd wonder, are there other electronic devices? Are there tools? It's like, did someone die down there and I can get their stuff? Is there a gun? Like, so I'd go down there still.
Or is Kenny Loggins down there and does he need help?
Yeah.
And if he is down there,
Why would he just say it?
He's
Why does
a
he have to
national
sing?
treasure.
Yeah, but what if he said, I'm all right?
That's true. I'd be like, hey guys,
I'd be like,
All right,
no,
Kenny.
you're not, Kenny. I'm going to save you.
guys,
Don't
Kenny
come down here.
Loggins is
It's
down
highway to
there.
the danger zone.
He's down there,
Don't
but
come
he
down here
doesn't need
worry
help.
about me.
They're playing volleyball down there.
What are you doing down there? Hanging with the boys.
All right, don't let me bother you.
I just got spiked by Tom Cruise. How is that possible?
It's a plant.
And then they run away and the movie ends sooner and not as many die.
All
Yep.
right.
Problem
All
solved.
right. So I think we kind of answered that listener question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G106.
Yeah. All right, Mark. I think I'll hand it off to you to basically continue what we started many moons
Yeah.
ago.
So we're on our Moroccan Philadelphian adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a businesswoman. We have her two moms. And then we have a thief whose dad is John Cusack. And he time travels back to Morocco and Philly. And the next question is it a smolder love story or a romantic comedy? So when I talk like smolder love story, I'm talking like Brad Pitt on a boat in Legends of the Fall. Or is it like a romantic comedy? You know what I mean? Where like they kiss at the end. You know what I mean? Like a Tom Hanks, like Meg Ryan, where, you know, they don't get together at all, and at the end they smooch.
See, would it defeat the purpose of the whole thing? And if instead of a smolder love story, it was like the complete opposite. It's just like a hot flash. Like they're in love for like 5 minutes, but then like the rest of the movie they hate each other.
Well, yeah, like so, like you know that happens. You fall in love, then you get to know each other. So does he decide to stay back in Morocco? Then they decide that they're really not for each other. Like, you know, they have like a brief fling, and he's like, "I'm going to stay in Morocco."
Could be
just
like
like-
Chocolat, where Johnny Depp just kind of like shows up in the small town, which would be Morocco in this case,
Yeah.
and just like decides, you know, I'll stick around for a little bit, but maybe he takes off later. Just like, it's not for me.
Didn't Johnny Depp play an Irish guy in that movie?
Who cares?
Okay, yeah.
That's one of those movies that the Weinsteins just promoted, and everyone was like, "I guess we should love it," because
Yeah.
the Weinsteins are promoting the hell out of it.
We'll nominate it for an Oscar. They spelled
So, like-
chocolate weird.
All right. So for me, like, I don't picture Brad Pitt on a boat, and I know Lazarus has a lot of experience about moaning on boats. If you listen to the intro, but I don't know. I'm thinking like this is gonna sound weird, but on that show, The New Girl, it's like a comedy, but there's a scene where Jake Johnson and Zooey Deschanel finally like kiss, and they're these two nerdy characters, but it's actually like a really like what's the word? It's like a sexy moment, you know, like the two of them like really have a good chemistry, and like when they finally kiss, you're like these two nerds. And so it's not like a smolder, and it's not like the traditional thing, but it's like, you know, it sort of hits you. You know what I mean? Like the two actors have good chemistry, so it's like a smolder romantic comedy.
Okay, how about this? Instead of like just one like kind of hot flash, you have like multiple just explosions. Like people fall in love with each other everywhere.
Like menopause.
Yeah.
Multiple hot flashes.
Yeah.
It's like a Michael Bay movie, but with like
With
the,
love.
the explosions are just romance.
Explosions of love.
Romance.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Like you get a car, you get a car. So just romance happens out of nowhere, and there's just hot flashes of romance.
Why not?
I'm with it. I'm down with that.
I'm fine with that. My idea is very vague. My idea is like, look, I want 70% rom-com and only about 30% rom-dram. So that way, like, when the drama hits you, it's not like The Notebook where it feels like you took a graphite baseball bat to the stomach when things get bad. But, you know, like, you don't know if they get together at the very end or in another 10 minutes and there's an hour left in the movie. Like, you don't know how much of this movie is going to be wrenching your guts. So, like, I don't want that one. I want one that's a little more uplifting, where when they fight, it's like The Vow. Like, they're fighting, but it's Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams, and they have those smiles. Like, they'll be back together in 10 minutes of screen time.
So is this like Sid and Nancy met The Notebook, where like it's like two fighting couples, but then like when in The Notebook when they did like get together, like it was really passionate. But so they're fighting.
But I don't want the intensity of the fights. The Notebook.
No,
Just
yeah, make it a little bit more lighthearted.
I imagine like
Lighthearted.
Love Actually meets Pacific Rim.
Yes,
but Pacific Rim of
like
love.
when Hugh Grant dancing as the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Love Actually meets Pacific Rim. But
That's
see, the problem is you don't really care about the characters in Pacific Rim or the robots. So
But that's
are
where
there,
Love
like,
Actually
hot
comes
flashes
in.
between people we don't know anything about.
That's where
like,
Love
are the
Actually
main
comes
characters
in.
hanging out? Then you cut to the left and there's like a side character just like going at it.
Yeah.
I think that would be great.
The side
In all fairness, I cared very much about the robots. I just didn't care if the people inside them lived or died.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did.
Don't
It's
scratch
like
the paint.
it's like Jurassic World. You don't remember any of the characters' names, but you remember Blue, like the name of the dinosaurs.
The raptor. Yeah.
That's not true.
I remember Blue, and I remember Jessica Chastain running in high heels in the woods.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, we talked about that.
A younger
back
Jessica
It's like
Chastain.
Jessica Chastain turned down the role, just she took it.
What did they really want, a redhead?
Yeah, it's Jessica Chastain light. All right, so I like Love Actually meets Pacific Rim. So
I like
It's that kind of
There's-
love story.
like, do they destroy like a lot of property when they have their hot flashes?
Yeah.
It could be, but when they do, you're not like getting all teary-eyed. You're just
wait.
you're just frustrated.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, when they finally do figure out that they're both spies, and they have that big scene where they finally like hook up and destroy the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Like, let's make their fights fun.
Okay, so Love Actually
Let's
meets
see. If
Pacific Rim.
you get
meets-
teary eyed from watching this, it was because the 3D was so awesome.
So between Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Wait, is it in 3D?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
I mean, the time travel. Like, we have like
That's
2001 time travel.
That's true.
It's 4D. It's time travel. It's 4D
Oh, 4D. Ooh.
because it's in time travel.
I love it.
This movie writes itself.
Does it?
All right. Does it? All right, so
It sounds like it.
so right now we have John Cusack
people
is
would
in a
say that.
coma. The guy is going back and forth between 1940s Morocco and Philly, and he loves. Okay. He loves a hard-nosed businesswoman who works at a sandals resort that makes sandals in Morocco. And so maybe when he time travels back and forth, she's so mad at him that he leaves that when he comes back, they have like a passionate thing.
Yeah.
He's like, I was visiting my dad. She's like, I don't care. You weren't here. So then they have a Pacific Rim scene, which could sound pretty gross, Pacific Rim, if you think about it. Like, all right, good. So the next one is, does it? Oh, so we already solved this, but we could add stuff to it. Does it involve time travel, Groundhog Day shenanigans, amnesia, or just regular old love stuff?
Yes.
Well, I think we discussed a little bit of all of that, didn't we?
No, I do think it's good between two humans because, like, if you add like Jupiter Ascending, Mila Kunis falls in love with like a dog boy.
Oh my god.
And Channing Tatum's like a dog boy, like he's literally a dog, and she's like, Mila Kunis is like, I love dogs, so she's like
Literally.
accepting she's gonna hook up with a dog boy. And then there's like Spring, where this guy falls in love with like this immortal creature that's all gooey, and it all gets kind of weird, and there's a lot of problems. What podcast is that, John?
Oh god. A Creepin' Spring. I actually don't know.
Okay, well, yeah, if you listen to our Spring one, so I think it's good just. So we have time travel, but it should stay between two humans.
Yeah, I would say don't bring in bestiality into this one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no
You don't want to see
bestiality.
bestiality in 3D?
No,
And, like,
40.
Oh,
And if you saw like being there, remember Chance the Gardener, Peter Sellers, he's very slow, and like the first woman wants to hook up with him, and it's like a very awkward scene.
Yeah.
So it should be like two normal humans.
Yeah, like not one of them has like a mental illness, you mean?
Yeah, like it's not Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Right.
Well, you know, you don't have Mila Kunis like gazing into Channing Tatum's enchanting eyes, talking about feelings and passion, and he just like stares at her blankly like, I'm actually genetically more dog than human. And you're just like, ugh.
And then she goes, I like dogs. And you're supposed to forget that. Like, she likes this guy.
Like, she's going to scratch his ribs and he's going to start picking his leg or something.
All right, so they're humans. So it's just regular old love stuff.
So all our listeners who are nervous, like, are these going to be humans? They are going to be humans.
Okay, so they're humans. And can we add a scene where Bill Murray just punches the guy in the background so we can have some Groundhog Day good stuff?
I think that's okay with me.
What do you guys think?
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you know how like Sandra Bullock in present day is like, like all Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman are just popping up with no dialogue in the present day? Can we just have Bill Murray punching a guy in the background while not Nicole Kidman, Julia Roberts is delivering Jimmy John's?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Jimmy John's.
Wait, can he punch her off a bike? No, that wouldn't work. You can't have Bill Murray punching.
There should be like a Bill Murray punching scene in the background, like in every time period that they visit.
Okay, so
it's never explained like how he gets there or why he's there. He's just like in the background punching somebody out.
I love it.
What is that? Wasn't that in like Austin Powers, where it was like the same old janitor guy who was like back in like when they flash back to it was Austin Powers and Goldmember, where they like flash back. It's the old janitor laughing at Austin because his dad didn't show up, and then like then it flashes forward to the future, and it happens again. It's the same old janitor.
So it's Bill Murray. Bill Murray's the janitor.
There you
go. He like cleans up at the hospital, then he cleans up at the gin joint that makes sandals in the Sandals Resort.
Yeah,
he knocks people out.
There you go.
Yeah. I love it. All right, cool. So the next one is: are there multiple love stories, like Love Actually, or is there one love story like Annie Hall?
I feel like we skimmed this a little bit.
Yeah,
though.
so we're just doing one love story, correct?
Well, we're doing
but
one
there's
love story,
side ones. There's
but like
sides.
maybe like the two mothers of our female lead. Like maybe our two mothers are kind of drifting apart at some point, and they could come back together. Like that could be something. Like maybe when they're antagonistic of their daughter's new love interest, but then as they see her falling in love, they're like reminded of the things that they love about each other, and it brings them closer. And maybe even some Cusack wisdom can cue into there, like when they're saying, "You keep your son away from our daughters," and he says something, or I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
No, I love it. And then, like, because I mean, being a couple, you know, Sandra Bullock and Julia Roberts being a couple in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s in Morocco, you know, it makes you tough, right?
Yeah, they're fighting a good fight, though.
What was the Matthew McConaughey movie with where Failure to Launch?
Oh, brother.
I mean, like they had two best friends that had that little side story. What was it? Justin Bartha and
Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel, yeah. They had like that weird little love thing going on the side.
So we could have that with Julia and Sandra?
Sure.
Or could we have it with Bill Murray and Zoe Deschanel?
It's just everybody's like
everybody. It's just all of them.
Yeah, add her too.
Yeah, why not?
All right, so we got two couple. We have a rekindle love affair, and Bill Murray, Zoe Deschanel. I don't know how that works, but
solid gold is how it works.
Yeah, that's right. I just want to see that. All right, perfect. So the next one, where's the first kiss? Where does our time traveling thief kiss his hard nosed businesswoman?
I want an exact recreation of the kiss from Spider-Man.
one of them's hanging upside down, yeah. But maybe it's the girl this time.
But like he's wearing they're wearing like a Spider-Man suit for no reason.
Maybe he wants to recreate it with her. Like, you know, he saw the movie already.
That's her favorite movie.
Wait, does she time travel?
No, I think it's his favorite movie.
Does he bring DVDs back into the 40s and watch them with her?
She's like, what is this technology that you're showing me? I'm used to records and radios. Yeah. What's an HDMI cable?
I feel like that'd be like a nice gift for like the Spider-Man fans watching the movie. Like, oh, yeah.
Well, because he shows her Spider-Man, and she's like, man, if I was born in the future, I would love this movie. And he's like, just love it now and love me. And then he does it for her. Like he flips over.
Like she's standing in the rain.
He comes from the future with the DVD player and a DVD, right?
Right.
If it's a Region 1 DVD player, but he brings it back to 1920s Morocco, which is like, I don't know, Region 3.
Something, yeah.
Does the region limitations matter back then?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Regions
don't matter.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, that's right. Because the DVD and the DVD player are from the same place. Never mind. Bad idea.
You would have to plug it in somewhere. You would need an adapter, a universal adapter, to plug it into Morocco.
There you go.
Well, wait. If it's 1940s, they don't even have TVs yet. So he's going to bring a TV. So all they need is an outlet.
Wait, what about a laptop?
Well, they have TVs. They're just not mainstream yet. 1933 World Fair is when the first TV was out.
How long is an
like,
Apple
wouldn't you have to bring
battery
your own
good for?
TV? Because it's not going to plug into one of those. Like one of those.
Wait, but how long is the Apple laptop, like, computer battery run for?
I don't know. You don't want to chance a battery. What if it dies?
Yeah, you don't want to be halfway through Spider-Man.
I mean, I guess if you find an outlet and you can bring a plug, it's not a big deal. They had outlets then, didn't
Listen,
they?
the first kiss of
good.
Spider-Man happens like halfway through the movie. If your battery can last like an hour, you're good to go.
I'm just saying they're going to plug it in. They're going to plug it in. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's this TV show called You're the Worst on FX.
Yeah.
And there was a promo for it where the guy and the girl, like, they're doing the Spider-Man kiss, they're recreating it, and the guy's upside down, and after she kisses him, he says, you know, if you just lowered me 3 more feet.
I love You're the Worst, man. That's a good show.
I just saw that promo like 2 days ago. What good timing.
So, to show how much our movie has changed, I had the first kisses watching Say Anything in a Drive-In, which is impossible in 1940s Morocco.
Yeah.
So, I guess watching Spider-Man from a TV and DVD player that he brings back to Morocco, they like it. She's amazed by the wizards on the TV screen.
Yeah.
And then
I'm wondering if someone looks through the window, sees them watching the sorcery take place.
Do they think they're looking through another window or something? Like, do they just? That's what they assume that is.
Okay, so we have a Spider-Man. How's he hanging upside down? Or how is the female or him hanging upside down?
Ropes. Okay. Just a lot of ropes.
Web cartridges.
That's true.
He's a time traveler. He just went to like the year 2060, got some web cartridges.
Which are a huge hit in that.
Yeah, it was big in the 60s. Wait, so who's hanging upside down?
It'd be like 2060.
She's a hard-nosed
It'd be the
businesswoman.
guy. Yeah, she's a hard-nosed one. It'd be the guy.
Okay, so the guy.
Or switched up, make it the girl.
Well, that's what I said. It'd make it the girl, but if she's... I mean, I guess if she does like Spider-Man a lot, he could be like, look, I have some ropes.
Yeah.
It's raining outside. Would you like to? And then she's
I
like,
have
of
some
course.
ropes. Charlie Bronson's always got ropes.
Yeah. And then they just go into an alley in Morocco and just flip her over and have at it.
Okay, so the girl's hanging upside down, and they have at it with ropes.
Sorry, that was too romantic. I meant they kiss.
They have at it.
Yeah.
They just go for it.
They just go.
Yeah.
They just do it.
Yeah. Are you guys
So the
done
first
yet?
kiss is her hanging upside down in 1940s Morocco via ropes.
Of course.
That's good.
I like it. Perfect. So the next one is, do the characters break up, try other people, but then realize they were meant to be together? So for me, there's a movie called Beginners with Melanie Laurent and Ewan McGregor that I love. And the term beginners is not about like, it's about the two of them, like they meet cute, right? And they fall in love. And like normally like when you meet cute and do all that, you kind of break up at the first sign of trouble. But the term beginners means it's the beginning for the both of them to actually like try to stay together to make it work. Does that make sense? Like they'd always like ran away from relationships, but this is the first time that they were beginning to like, you know, accept the bumps and bruises. So I kind of like that. Like, you don't need a Carrie Elwes, liar, liar, Baxter.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of like that. I don't know. I like the two of them working. Because, I mean, we're literally flipping back and forth between Philly and Morocco. And we have a Bill Murray, Zooey Deschanel, Julia Roberts, Sandra Bullock side love stories.
But I feel like that happens in like most romance movies, right? Like where they usually do try somebody else out. There's always like a montage or something of them like dating other people. Sometimes they're like a total asshole, but sometimes they're not. Like in Affair to Remember with Deborah Kerr and Cary Grant, she started dating some other guy. He was actually nice. Kind of felt bad for him.
Well, now I want the montage.
Yeah, that's true.
And like in that movie Like Crazy that I love with Anton Yelchin and Felicity Jones, like they live on either side, you know, England and America, and he starts dating Jennifer Lawrence, you know, but obviously he's in love with Felicity. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like she's kind of cool about it. So like I guess we could add something like that. Maybe he can't time travel for a while. So who does he meet? Does he have a love triangle with Zooey Deschanel?
Yeah, in the 40s.
In the 40s?
Yeah,
What's she doing there?
Oh wait, you mean like a literal Zooey Deschanel? You mean like the actress? He has a fling with the actress.
Like, no, we don't even need her. But like, who does he meet and where?
No, I think he should come to this time period, meets Zooey Deschanel at like some movie preview, and just starts hitting it up, and he just dates her for a little while and decides like,
maybe it turns out that she's the nurse of John Cusack while he's in his coma in present-day Philadelphia.
Wait, are we talking real Zoe?
Yeah.
Like,
no. She's playing the character.
Wait, a Zoe's playing the character of Zoe?
How about this?
I'm okay with a real Zoe.
There's a Zoe character and then Zoe herself. So there's two.
There's two Zoes.
Yeah.
So he dates two Zoe characters?
No. He just dates.
Okay.
Yeah, he dates Zooey Deschanel first, right? And he's like, "This is huge."
The person or the character?
No, the actual actress.
Oh, dear, I've gone
So he breaks up. He breaks up.
No, she breaks up with him because she's just too busy with movie making.
Okay.
So he goes and he just visits his father, and he's like, "I'm sorry."
But then
like,
he meets a girl who
looks exactly like her.
Who's played by Zooey Deschanel.
Who's played by Zooey
I have
Deschanel.
no problem with Zooey Deschanel, but is she really busy movie making?
Well, that's what the excuse she
New
makes.
Girl, she has a TV show.
Yeah, that's what it is.
24 episodes.
They just got picked up for a 9th season by this time, or wherever he met her.
Is that how long that's been out?
Well, I think it's on its 4th.
Yeah, but
It's in syndication right now.
I
so
figured
maybe
this is taking place in 5 years from now.
I feel like that's such a great loophole, though. Like, he breaks up with a girl. He meets a girl who's played by the same girl.
But we had Bill Murray dating that girl, too.
That's true. Yeah,
so we have three Zoes in this movie?
Wait, both of them are nurses, though, right? There's two nurses and then the actress.
So we have two twin Zoes?
No. It's triplets.
We have to have at least two for twins.
Okay,
Because Bill Murray.
Listen, there's the actual Zooey Deschanel.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a character played by Zooey Deschanel.
But that looks like Zooey Deschanel because it's her.
Yeah. And then, what was the third one?
The other one is the other nurse that Bill Murray gets with, right?
Who's also played by Zooey Deschanel.
Well, remember
that
how
means
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Airplane was like, I'm not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yeah, we could have like a little kind of break the third wall or fourth wall and say, no, I'm not Zooey Deschanel. I'm just a nurse taking care of your dad.
So wait, is this the first time in the history of the world that we can say that we Kareemed Abdul-Jabbar Zooey Deschanel?
Yeah, we broke the fourth wall with her.
We broke the fifth wall.
Yeah, there's two of her.
Okay.
Well, I thought there was three of her.
Yeah, there's three.
I meant two that aren't
okay.
the actress.
Yeah. I lost count.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Whatever makes sense now.
None of it makes sense.
I know.
Okay, perfect. And then and how do they break up and he goes back to his woman in Morocco?
Time travel stuff.
The nurse goes away to World War III and gets shipped off to World War III.
Wait,
both nurses.
World War III starts up and he goes, I'm going back to World War II.
But yeah, he's like, I can't deal with this. I'm more into sequels.
So he's like, I got like another 70 years before this thing breaks out.
Yeah. She's like, we have to go off to war to, help people. And he's like, all right, forget it. I'm going back in time. Back to my baby. My Spider-Man baby.
I love it. All right, perfect. And then, so our last one is, do the main characters go to war? Which obviously they...
Yeah.
Well,
we already answered that.
They avoid war.
Well, they avoid war.
Oh.
I say in 5 years from now, when season 9 of New Girl is coming out, World War III breaks out. Not because of New Girl, just because it happens. They go off to war. He avoids World War III, goes back towards World War II times, meets up in Morocco again.
I like how you specified that World War III didn't start because of New Girl.
No, well, I want to make sure.
The listener would think, with the New Girl controversy, of course,
like
World War.
Is this like an interview thing where like the New Girl goes to like Germany or Russia and pisses off Putin or something like that?
I'm just saying we don't know what season 9 of New Girl is going to bring us. It could or could not start a World War III.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to have the bases covered.
Historians look back. The pivotal.
If I'm a betting man, this is not a 50-50 even split, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we end the movie?
Yeah.
They're in Morocco.
Yeah.
How do our main characters end up?
How did Spider-Man 1 end? Spider-Man just like...
Well, she became an actress,
Goblin.
right?
Yeah.
So she could become like a... weren't there war shows where like they performed in front of the soldiers?
Yeah, the U.S.
Yeah, Wait, no, he's talking about like she performed like on stage and stuff, right?
Yeah, but she goes to do like USO shows, right?
Okay.
In Morocco, and then what's he's still a thief.
Yeah.
Does he steal all the art
he
from
gave
like,
up
the Nazis?
I think he gives up. Oh, like Monuments Men or something. That classic romance film.
They love art.
Wait, like, well, no, wouldn't he give up his thievery?
His thiefdom?
His
Well, I don't
thiefdom?
know.
His thievery.
So then, does he just tour with her and acts as her manager?
Yeah, sure, that's a legit job.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm tired of this thievery.
I'm going to go into managing
managing this, the love of my life.
Okay.
Because
On her
every
USO
story
tour.
where the love interest becomes the manager of a star works out well.
I just want to say, however this movie ends, like, because remember at the end of Spider-Man 1, you had that Chad Kroger song. And they say there was like a hero.
Yeah.
Like the song that plays in the credits.
Or, and I'll just throw this out here, we don't have to do that. What if it's something like, I mean, you guys want the happy ending, but if we want to go the tragic way, it could be something along the lines of as they're escaping Morocco because
Well, the Chad Kroger song could also be
that would be that would definitely not be happy either. But they leave Morocco on a boat, kind of like almost like Alfred Hitchcock's Lifeboat, and they're like trying to get away, except like it crashes and gets sunk by like a Nazi submarine. They sink and they're on a lifeboat.
Kraken.
Right, Nazi Kraken.
Oh,
a
how about
Kraken that
this?
appears from our horror film.
Yeah.
Get a little tie-in.
Oh, man.
And then one of them's
the
freezing
Kraken.
in the water, and like Jack, and sinks to the bottom.
I feel like he would just leave her to time travel again.
Oh, that's true. He would just time travel out of there. Leave her
Go to like
behind.
the 70s and
She
find Zooey
freezes.
Deschanel.
She freezes in the Moroccan waters.
Why is there an iceberg here?
Yeah, it simultaneously got hit by a Nazi sub and an iceberg.
This comes back to the fact that he can time travel and teleport. Because if he could just time travel, he'd be time traveling
Was he
in the
taking
same
the iceberg
exact
with him?
spot.
No, but he has to teleport, right? Because he's going between Philly and Morocco.
Yeah, he's
so
a-
he's
oh,
trying to
yeah.
teleport.
He's a
I forgot there were
jumper time
icebergs in
traveler.
Philly.
He's a jumping time traveler. Okay.
Yeah, he's like a jumper. He's like Hayden Christensen, but cooler.
Okay.
I think we should redeem Hayden Christensen and let him be the lead in this movie.
No, let's not do that.
Well, can he give coffees to the
Look,
lead?
even though he was
work on the
still really whiny, I think he absolutely owned the movie Shattered Glass.
That was a good
Yeah,
movie.
he did. Actually, I like that movie.
Like, that's the one movie where I absolutely love him.
It was a good script.
Yeah, I think it actually was the script that helped him because in Star Wars, his acting was horrible, and I'll admit, like those scripts weren't the best. So, like
Actually, very few people acted really well
in Star Wars,
in the.
Like, there's like
Prequels.
Oscar winners in Star Wars, and
Yeah.
they were, terrible.
It was mostly just stiff.
yeah, even Ewan McGregor was trying like his best.
Yeah, it was just like
some of the stuff he
So
said.
My,
gave me
my
cringe-
uncle is
made
a
me cringe.
playwright. He used to be in New York, but like when I think of the acting in the Star Wars movies, I think of when you're just invited by your family member director to witness a reading of the script.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the emotion is just there's no hamming it up. The emotion is just muted.
So
We must go stop the Sith.
There's
Yeah,
a scene that I remember Attack of the Clones opening night, packed theater. And I remember there's a scene where Hayden Christensen's like tinkering with some little thing. He's like, I like to fix things. And then he throws it into the other room. And I just went, ow. Like that. And the entire theater just like busted out laughing.
Like there was like a little baby wampa over there.
Yeah, so he hit something with what he threw. All right, so here's our movie. We start off in Philly, and it is a thief and John Cusack. John Cusack goes into a coma, right? The thief goes back to Morocco to
1920s,
40s, pre-war, and meets a woman who's at a sandals club where they make sandals, and her parents are Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock. He keeps going back and forth between his dad and his love interest, and so there's a crooked gigolo in here somewhere. But then, so he goes to the future, and Julia Roberts is delivering Jimmy Johns for some reason. Sandra Bullock's a nurse. He meets with his dad. He meets two Zooey Deschanels, the real Zooey Deschanel, then Zooey Deschanel playing an actress who looks like Zooey Deschanel. And then Bill Murray is the janitor who dates Zooey Deschanel. And then eventually World War III breaks out. and he goes back to the past, but then there's some very explosive Love Actually meets Pacific Rim love scenes. They're humans. Then they have a Spider-Man kiss upside down, some more explosive Pacific Rim passion, and then they stay together. He leaves the future. His dad dies. They get on the ocean. A kraken attacks their boat. She freezes because of an iceberg, and he time travels to the 70s.
And it's just a sad ending, but it like really tugs on the heartstrings.
But you know what like relieves the sadness of the ending is that he goes to like 1972, and it's like when they change scenes in those Austin Powers movies, and there's just the dancers and the flashing flowers and lights, and then it just turns to that before the credits, so you like forget that you're sad.
Although, if he could time travel, can't he just time travel before the boat sank?
I don't think he cares that much.
Okay, never mind.
Oh.
Wait, he doesn't care about her that much?
Cold as ice.
Ooh, that's the song that plays during the credits. Cold as ice.
So there's a trick where you can time travel once, but you can't time travel back in time from when you initially time traveled.
It's like that thing in Galaxy Quest.
How about this? Like, you can time travel, but here's the caveat.
Yeah.
It has to be a longer jump than like your previous jump. Say like your last jump was like 2 minutes in the past. Or your next destination has to be like
wait. Then he couldn't bounce back and forth between his love interest and the.
No, you can bounce back and forth. It just the gap has to be like
You're
longer.
saying bigger.
Yeah.
But then he would just time travel.
A year and a second. A year and 2 seconds.
Yeah.
A year and 3 seconds.
yeah.
See you in here.
But he would just time travel to like 1939 and meet her back in Morocco.
Think too hard about it. Just let it happen.
Wait, is he going to save her or not from this freezing to death?
It sounds like she's Kraken food.
Yeah. What if the Kraken eats her?
I think it should be like kind of Titanic, where for some reason maybe like during the whole this ship sinking, his time travel mechanism or whatever he uses to time travel breaks. He can only do it one more time. He time travels out of there, gets the 70s, ends up in the 70s, can't go back to save her. It's sad. And like that's just it kind of just ends like that. But he remembers something his dad said on the bed, like when he was in a coma, about like just letting go of the past or something. And that's it.
Yeah, don't say anything.
It's like the beginning of Shallow Hal, where he's like, "Don't marry the one you love. Sleep with many women."
Yep. That's what it is. And then it just kind of fades to black, and then we get either Cold as Ice or Chad Kroger.
So a rom-com drama has lost the rom and the com.
So,
or it can end on a high note, and he could say like, "Oh wait, I know how to fix this," and then it just stops. Like that's how it ends. So he knows how to fix the whole situation, but we don't get to see
there
it.
it is. There it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like maybe he sees her across the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or he thinks he's in 1972, but he actually is in 1939, and he sees her across the dance floor, and he's like, "Oh
1972
shit!"
and 1939.
this is a really hip Moroccan dance bar.
Oh, okay.
You've never been to either, so how do you know? I'm just saying, don't say nay. You don't know. You don't know the difference.
I'm not gonna say yay either.
So how about this? Like something happens where he like finds something in his pocket where he can time travel again, or he sees her, and then it just cuts to black.
Yeah, like one more time, he's like, "Oh shit, it wasn't broken," and then that's it. It just cuts.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, that's actually.
But now he
pretty
has
good.
to live knowing that there's Krakens in this universe.
Yeah, but he gets to be with the one he loves. So who cares?
I like it. Perfect. So there's still hope at the end.
Yeah. Now he's just scared of water. That's it.
Well, only water that's deep enough to have a Kraken in it. He's still good with pools.
Oh
and
yeah, he likes
going to
pools.
the beach.
In fact, they get a pool. That's like the end credit scene is them buying a pool because they don't want to go in the
Photos of them
ocean
throughout the years, and they have like a sweet swimming pool.
Yeah, they don't want to go in the ocean anymore. That's like the joke. Like, oh, we don't want to deal with those Krakens anymore.
Because you get a
main
cool
plot
shot
of
of them
the
with like
movie.
Nintendo 3D.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's a pretty good one.
All right, guys. So we reached the end of our movie. And also
They live
reached-
happily after with the swimming pool.
Yeah.
We reached the end of our movie and we reached the end of our podcast. It was a wild ride.
Yeah, it was.
It really was a wild ride.
A torrid affair.
Yeah.
That should be the name of the movie.
Torrid. It's like what? A torrid affair, what love story do you know that has a Kraken?
All right, guys. Before we sign off, do we want to make any plugs? Yes, yes. You want to make plugs?
Me?
Movies, films, and flicks.
Yeah.
Sharkdropper.
Right.
Hey guys, if you like our podcast, if you like movies, films, and flicks, go on iTunes. Give us, a rating, review, whatever you feel like giving us. Also, check into Blog Talk Radio. Follow Sharkdropper. They got great original content. John Levingood just started a podcast called Quads with John, where it's basically just him talking about how he builds his quads every day.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. I mean, it's basically
podcast.
just it's probably like it's one of the most popular podcasts.
Yeah.
I'll give you an excerpt. I did squats today. I drank protein. I walked a little bit. It was good.
Yeah.
This is like the first time in about 10 episodes, I think, that weightlifting has come into play.
Quads with John.
It used to be like every episode, way back like the first 10.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, now that Robert's on here, obviously weightlifting is
definitely a hot topic.
So.
Hey, hold on. It's occurring to me. Did we get through an entire podcast episode without, notwithstanding this moment, Kurt Russell?
No, we talked about Kurt Russell in the first episode.
We did? Okay,
Really?
screw it.
Yeah.
Okay. Almost.
It might be kind of hard to tell because, it's all.
Sometime it'll happen, right?
No.
Well, we just did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
but I
the
was saying,
second half.
notwithstanding that moment, did we talk about Kurt Russell earlier?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, the intros, right? Did I not intro it right?
Yeah.
Because
Oh, you did. That's right. The intros. All right. Kurt Russell remains. I was
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah. His integrity is strong.
He's the Lou Gehrig of podcasts.
That doesn't end well.
Yeah, that doesn't. He's going to get Russell's disease.
I wouldn't mind getting that.
Oh, you wouldn't want Russell's disease.
No, I want Russell's disease. All right, guys. For my co-host, Mark Hoffmeyer.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Usually he says something after I says his name. John Levingood.
Have a good night, everybody.
And special guest, Robert Lamb.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Robert provided the Kraken for this episode.
That's right.
The good tie-in to our horror one.
I've been your host, John Lasso. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Above the target. T-minus 5 seconds till shark drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the shark! Go! Go! Go!
This podcast is a Sharkdropper Studios production.
Oh my god.
Listen. If we were like 20 minutes in the podcast, I wouldn't have stopped it.
Oh, what a waste. Right, now we gotta listen to it again.
I love this song.
It's a decent song.
Look at my koozie. Do you see my koozie?
No. Yeah, Freddie.
Movies, films, and flicks.
Movies,
Films, and flicks.